Yeah, we're done. Yeah, we can start.
Okay, great. Well, thanks for coming. And I gotta come down. My name's Nicholas Levenstein, and my main activity right now is starting a company, Chicago Bitcoin Exchange, CBEX. And so I've been very much involved with, for the last year and a half, with Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies in general. Actually, next slide, please. And I thought I knew I was being invited to speak at the law school, so I tried to divide it up to topics that I thought might be interesting for everybody. So first of all, I want to give you a quick history of like how I see the world right now and why there's been this explosion of interest in cryptocurrency. Of course, it's a market bubble and there's a lot of speculative fever about it, but I think it taps into something a little more real than that. And so I want to give my own sort of historic interpretation of why that is. And then also, what are the market opportunities in cryptocurrency? Well, there's a lot. I was just going to explain what we're trying to do and mechanically how we would run basically a brokerage in cryptocurrency, if it's of interest to you guys. So that was all I really wanted to cover today. They cited me to come for 2 days. And then tomorrow, I think like what's really fascinating to me, although it's too ambitious a project for a small company to start out on, is I really believe that all aspects of the banking system will be remade by cryptocurrency, or at least there'll be very, very strong competition to traditional banking from crypto banking, and that will have a very large and positive influence on how the world works. And I think to a small degree it has already. And then finally, I assume some of you at least are lawyers or studying law, so from a practical standpoint, I could talk about the things that have happened to me, and to the degree I've been what do you call it, a dilettante looking at other people's problems, what's come up. There's really not a clear way to account for cryptocurrency and a legal sort of a body of law and statute that addresses cryptocurrency yet, but it's coming and it's changing. And I can tell you what I know anyway. So. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. And these gentlemen are going to record it for me. So I just wanted to say, if any of you happen to work for a banking authority anywhere in the world where you might doing business, the things I'm reporting that have happened are factual. But I'm looking forward on a theoretical basis, and if my company, Chicago Bitcoin Exchange, gets involved with any of this, it will be done when we have some regulatory approval and we're not doing anything illegal. So, next slide, please. Okay, so basically, I didn't know how interested you all were in this topic to start with, but tell me if someone could define in a declarative sentence of 10 words or less, what is cryptocurrency, or what is Bitcoin, or what is Ethereum? Could you please tell me in your own words what? Oh, I'm sorry. Someone's trying to get in there. Could someone tell me what they think Bitcoin is? Just define Bitcoin or Ethereum, whatever. Anybody?
Well, it's a code, no?
It's a code?
Yeah.
Well,
As I understand it.
It is downloadable computer code. Okay.
Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Dogecoin, it's a cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency is some quasi-currency that based on blockchain. And for Bitcoin, it's a protocol of blockchain cryptocurrency that was invited by Satoshi Nakamoto.
The mysterious Satoshi Nakamoto.
Yeah. Now it's the most popular cryptocurrency, and it starts from maybe 2008. Or 2009, I don't know. First transaction using Bitcoin, it was pizza buying.
It was an expensive pizza.
Very expensive pizza, yeah.
How many Bitcoins was it? It was like 10,000
or something like that, no?
Was it 10,000 Bitcoins?
Yeah, it was like
10,000
10,000
Bitcoins. So that's Let's see, Bitcoin's I think about 9,000.
3 billion or something like that, no?
Well, 9,000 times 10,000, $90 million.
Yeah.
Oh no, sorry, $900 million. Yeah, that was an expensive. Very
Bitcoin,
good, I'm sure.
yeah, Bitcoin and other cryptocurrency is based on mining. Mining is a mathematical task that some computer could resolve, and to end blockchain operation. And if your computer ends this mathematical task, you will mine a Bitcoin. It's some reward for resolving a mathematical task for blockchain database. So
Wow. I'm not
So
sure
we
the right
know
person
a
to
little
speak.
bit, yeah.
Yeah. On the scale of his being a 10 and everybody like an infant being a 0, how is everybody else sort of like a 2 to 9 here? Well, anyway, if I know a lot of what I say is going to be boring for you, but if the crowd is getting bored, just raise your hand and I'll move along a little faster. So let's see. Okay, so okay, it's electronic cash. It's electronic cash on a peer-to-peer network. Like, what's different between Bitcoin and say your Visa card or your debit card? Like nowadays, you can go to Costa Rica or something and get money out of the wall, you know, with a debit card. That's pretty incredible. Do you have any ideas of how like Bitcoin is? Because that's a form of electronic cash too, isn't it? Please.
Your Visa cards can be allocated. So if you buy something with your credit cards, anyways, FBI or something like that can locate your location.
So it's less anonymous to use a credit card, and there's like the central bank or some bank would know about it. Okay. Anybody else? Or? All right. So what I would let's see.
Could I?
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay. About Visa and about Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Differences. Visa is totally centralized because Visa has some emittent of Visa. It's your bank. It's Visa International. Is some company that controls all Visa transactions. Bitcoin is totally uncentralized, and Bitcoin totally confidential.
Okay. So there's a central party. Like you can't have a transaction in Visa without Citibank approving it or without and those dollars wouldn't work anyway unless they're the U.S. Federal Reserve. They kind of manage the whole situation, right? Yeah. Definitely.
And Visa has a much bigger capacity of transaction per second than Bitcoin because
at the moment, yeah, we're going to get to that,
Yeah.
but yeah, that is an issue. Although even here in Kiev, that's called the scalability issue. Like if it would take 365 transactions per second to handle everybody in Venezuela, right now Bitcoin can do 4 or 5, but that understates the situation even now. And here, actually, I met yesterday a blockchain engineer who's doing some crazy things to speed up and cheapen Bitcoin transactions, but we'll get to that. Okay, cool. So how about this? Like, give me some more ideas before I go to the next slide. Like, define money for me, somebody. Like, to have a currency, to hand you a hryvnia or a dollar or UK sterling. Like, what do you really need to have money? Like, what makes money? Anybody? Any economists?
Video card or something?
Say again.
You mean what makes the cryptocurrency?
Why would you accept a dollar from me and think that it has any value?
Because I can buy something for it, no?
So it's acceptable.
Actual
yeah.
wealth behind it.
There's actual really? Okay, that's a more debatable topic, but yeah, okay. There's something backing it. I think that was the case until 1974 when the U.S. was on a gold standard, but there's really no pretense of that anymore. It's fiat currency, but at a time it was true. So anything else? No. All right. Next slide, please. Okay, so actually, the guy who got me thinking in the first place, I became fascinated with cryptocurrency in general slightly over a year ago. And I got a job actually reporting for this magazine, Cryptocurrency News, or Crypto Coin News, I think. But I met some really interesting people, and one was this South African banker. He's American, he's had a big career. He worked at McKinsey and Company, and now he's the head of blockchain at Rand Bank. But he defined pretty well what it takes to have a currency. Okay, so number one, durability, right? If your hryvnia, like if you did I pronounce that right? Sorry, hryvnia? Okay.